everyone loves Lil Uzi Vert, including me. You know what I'm saying? This is the greatest. Well, hold on. He's top 5 of my generation. And regardless if he's not popping as of right now, when I was growing up in school, like, he was one of the ones. He's always gonna have respect for Gen Z. Gen Z always gonna have respect for him, and probably some of the older dudes too. Cause 2017, man, I wish I could go back.
My brother know the super false selves, never close, punch, stay stressed. Now I'm geek, so it's fuck a hoe. I can't even count, can't stay stressed. Woo, 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 woo. Had to take a minute, was a close call.
One of the most loved rappers ever, the quirky guy with the coloured dreads who makes absolute bangers. For years it felt like Uzi couldn't miss. Every song was a hit, every album felt iconic, and fans genuinely adored him. But in recent times it started to look like Uzi lost his shine. There were personal controversies, musically he seemed lost, projects weren't hitting the same, and the Lil Uzi Vert we once knew and loved slowly started disappearing. However, moving into 2026, it feels like Uzi is back. He's launched his own label, he's back to dropping bangers, and with a new album on the way, he's making a real comeback. So
Oh, label. Oh snap. That's crazy.
He's back to dropping bangers, and with a new album on the way, he's making a real comeback.
We are? Yes sir. Yes sir, Uzi. It took you a minute, but okay.
So this is why everyone loves Lil Uzi Vert. Since 2015, Uzi's had a chokehold on the rap game. He came in dropping these exotic fun tracks such as Top, Money Longer and You Was Right, Billboard topping hits with hundreds of millions of streams. But it wasn't just the music. Uzi himself became part of the appeal. The colourful dreads, the wild fits, the awkward interviews, the way he carried him.
All you do is click the button, boom, it's gonna generate a chord progression. Let's listen to some of these.
Himself like a kid who somehow wandered into rap superstardom.
I was in my hotel room eating Pop-Tarts.
What's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
Blueberry, but I like cinnamon too.
Oh, equal opportunity.
Do you put butter on them? Or am I the only strange person that still butters Pop-Tart?
I actually never did that. That's very unhealthy. It's already bad that you're eating Pop-Tart.
And it basically was like that, because around this time he was only 20 years old. Now with so much potential so young, you think everyone in the scene would be supporting him and hoping he turns into the next rap superstar. But it was actually the opposite of that. From the start of his career, it seemed like everyone was trying to tear him down.
But I'm not really hearing anything that's going to carry Vert over into the next year or so. I'm not really sure what else to say about this project because there's not that much to this project. It could use better everything.
This was the majority of old heads during the late 2010s SoundCloud era. Instead of taking these young talents seriously, they disregarded them as mumble rappers. Even though Uzi only ever identified himself as a rock star, he was still catching strays from every critic. And the boiling point came in a 2017 interview with Hot 97 host Ebro. He tried to get Uzi to freestyle.
There would be some dudes that would like, if you tell them you listen to Uzi Vert, like they clown you like you gay or something, but like, nah. Uzi was just one of them dudes, like, I guess he made it cool to be weird, but like, I don't even mean it like that. It's just like he was saying, the colorful hair and stuff, like, you kind of see that today. So like, Uzi does have influence on a lot of people, and it's more than you realize. So it's all about just like, how much influence do you really take from him? So I don't know.
Style on an older style of beat, and Uzi just flat out refused, where Ebro would later say Uzi and all his peers are going to fall off by 27.
If you pull up, I'm telling you right now, if you pull out one of them old beats, I'm not rapping on it. Straight up. You see me, bro? I am a rock star, bro. I'm not rapping on that type stuff.
So
my fans won't be disappointed. They get it.
No, they will.
No, they won't.
I hope I piss your friends
Your
off.
fans gonna be disappointed. all the old guys.
They don't give a
They're
fuck.
gonna be, yeah.
No, but as I've seen with all you little young motherfuckers that think you nice.
Yeah.
He is pretty nice.
You nice.
Yeah, I'm good.
Y'all get to like 27, 28, and y'all niggas get to struggling, and y'all be trying to come back and find that sound.
I ain't gonna struggle, bro.
Alright, we're gonna see.
But really, this only helped Uzi build a stronger following, as his fans and peers felt like they were now part of a movement. These youngins versus the old heads. We don't care about bars and freestyles, we just want to have fun. And Uzi represented exactly that.
We what you call a mumble rap.
Him and this dude right here. Top 3 duo when it comes to music. I stepped that. These two get together, kid. It's greatness every time. Every time.
Rapper. Just yeah. So you say yeah after everything and make it rhyme. It don't matter what it is.
Electronic.
Like for real, you can say anything. I just went to the store. Yeah. For the love. Yeah.
But what they all misunderstood was the most important thing about Uzi. With each project he evolved, whether he was making harder trap songs such as Safe House, effortlessly flowing on Don Cannon beats such as P's and Q's, or basically inventing the emo rap wave with EXO Tour Life in 2017, every era felt different, but it still felt like him. And on the 25th of August in 2017, he would prove the whole world wrong with Love Is Rage 2. It was a defining moment, as it cemented Uzi as a real superstar. Wrong with Love Is Rage 2. It was a defining moment, as it cemented Uzi as a real superstar. The album debuted at #1 with over 130,000 units sold in its first week. EXO Tour Life became one of the biggest rap songs of the decade, and suddenly the same people who doubted its longevity had no choice but to pay attention. Most importantly, the album showed how versatile Uzi really was. His range of voices, from the deep rockstar voice to the more mellow auto-tuned vocals, rage, heartbreak and fun melodies, all of it lived on one project. And it worked. Love Is Rage 2 shaped the sound of an entire generation of artists that followed. And back to the main topic of this video, people genuinely loved Uzi.
Baboom!
Me.
As a little Uzi? Vert!
Where am I?
In Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. But that's for you, little Uzi. A GG bust and a GG poster.
Is ecstasy legal here?
Fans would see him randomly out and about, taking pictures, giving them money, freestyling with them, and even offering to pay for their college tuitions. There is hundreds of these videos you can find of YouTube where it's just like protect Uzi at all costs and stuff like that. He was one of a kind. I feel like what was so different about this era of artists is that their music actually made you feel some kind of way, which helped you build a stronger connection with their music. Like when you listen to Uzi, especially his older stuff, it genuinely feels like you're on drugs. After this album, Uzi wouldn't drop his next project.
He was part of this too. Like, Uzi's been a part of some of the greatest things that the last decade had to offer. So, like, you can never not give the man his respect. And you say music, the top. Uzi might not do every year, but like even recently he just dropped a fun banger, like just for you to dance to, and now it's blowing up on TikTok. Like, he can attain to any time of life, and that's why he's so good.
Projects for 3 years due to label issues and leaks, and unfortunately when it did drop, it didn't reach the expectations it had. Lil Uzi Vert would release his second studio album, Eternal Take, on the 6th of March in 2020, with insane anticipation due to not only his previous album being so good, but the tracks he was dropping leading up to the release of the album, New Patic, Sanguine Paradise, That's a Rack, and Futsal Shuffle, all being very big songs. Uzi was the hottest rapper out, and even with insane first week numbers, the post-first listen clarity was crazy, and Uzi himself knew it too. Uzi has openly said that Eternal Take didn't end up sounding like the music he originally intended. He described the final album as dumbed down and not reaching its full potential after so much of the music leaked, and later admitted that he might have handled it differently if he knew then what he knows now.
I say the music wasn't that great for me. It would have been an amazing project for anyone else, but the music wasn't that great. The music is, it's great ride music and it could live, you know how shit goes. Maybe in a little bit time it'll be a hit off of there, but usually my shit is automatic. And I had 1 or 2 great songs on there out of a whole fucking deluxe and a whole album. And I can actually, after I sat back, I got so You know how you in the studio, join your ears, you be listening to music so loud, your ears bleeding. Basically like that. So it's just like, this time I'm actually taking my time.
You can see how much he wanted to please his fans, but unfortunately he failed. And this is around the time most fans mark as the downfall of Uzi. And the downfall may be a bit harsh, but just no longer at his peak. Coming off one of the most dominant runs of the late 2010s, expectations were sky high and almost impossible to live up to. The first real sign of that came with his collaborative tape with Future. On paper it should have been huge. 2 stars, both massive fan bases, and countless classic hits, but when it dropped, it barely moved the needle. It's not that it was bad or that people hated it, it just didn't have much impact, or people didn't really care for it. And for an artist like Uzi, indifference was way more dangerous than criticism, and things only ended up getting way darker for Uzi. In the July of 2021, he was arrested following a violent incident involving his ex-girlfriend Brittany Bird outside a cafe in West Hollywood. Uzi allegedly confronted her and rapper St. John, which then led to him hitting Brittany and then reportedly placing a firearm against her stomach during the argument. According to TMZ, Uzi was sentenced to 3 years.
I ain't gonna lie, after this, I low-key forgot about this, but now looking back, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was cooked after this one, to be honest, because, I don't know, usually people turn on you and, like, you don't really come back from this, but, like, I think we're gonna see how he somehow found a way to, like, get out of this, because everybody still loves him. That's it today. Yeah, he still loves him. So I don't know.
Of formal probation, 1 year of treatment for mental health and substance abuse, and 52 weeks of domestic violence counselling, with him also having to pay restitution and comply with a 10-year criminal protective order. It was horrific to see. The same girl Uzi was dropping entire albums about was now a victim of his. So not only was Uzi struggling with his personal life, but once again his new drops just weren't moving anybody. His whole career was falling apart. But a year after that situation, it seemed like Uzi was ready to move on and reignite his career with Pink Tape, following the release of his Red and White EP in the July of 2022, which acted as a kind of pre-album tease to feed the fans. And actually, slowly towards the end of that year, he would pick up a lot of momentum. Just Wanna Rock and Watch This became massive hits, but unfortunately, this didn't really please his core audience. Don't get me wrong, Just Wanna Rock is an incredibly fun song that went very viral due to Uzi's experimentation and hit-making abilities, but is anyone going back to this years down the line? I'm glad to see Uzi doing numbers again, but respectfully, I hope he doesn't have more songs like Just Wanna Rock. And these opinions got even stronger with Watch This Plug and Be remix. I effing hate this song and feel bad for formatting, but this stuff is good for Uzi. Bro, is he gonna drop Pink Tape or just keep milking TikTok? Absolutely effing absurd. This is the hottest this fella has been ever, and he's basically done nothing but exist. Because if you didn't know, the Watch This remix that dropped isn't the original version. The original Watch This was produced by producer Forza, who Lil Uzi Vert abandoned after he was caught selling one of his songs. I think the story goes like, this is an old 2017-2018 leak, somebody remixed it, posted it on TikTok and it went viral, so his label decided to drop it. A lot of fans even theorized that Uzi didn't even want this to drop and his label kind of forced him to do it. But overall, on the surface, it seemed like everything was going great for Uzi. He announced he had spent 7 months in rehab that helped him immensely, he was in a happy relationship with JT and had recorded 680 songs sober for his upcoming project. And in 2023, Uzi would return to drop the highly anticipated Pink Tape. Now, not to overhype it, but just like Eternal Take, Pink Tape had huge anticipation. Uzi hadn't dropped a full-length project in 3 years, and that's excluding the Red and White EP because it was just mostly old songs. So Pink Tape, it had an enormous 26-song tracklist, with the opening of the album being amazing. Flooded the Face, Suicide Doors, A with Travis Scott, ×2, Spin Again. The first 13 tracks or so were amazing, but then as we delved further and further into the album, things just got weirder and weirder. You had tracks like Nakamura, which sampled WWE wrestler Shinsuke Nakamura's theme song. Some fans actually liked it, but it was a clear step away from the Uzi people were used to. Then there was Fire Alarm with the Snow Strippers, which honestly worked. Uzi's deep-voiced mix of the Snow Strippers' EDM experimental style, it was fire. But then after that, things started going off the rails.
I thought it was gonna be some alternative pop, my nigga. This nigga starts screaming, suck a like him, suck a like him. Werewolf, Bring Me the Horizon, bro. This nigga giving me PTSD. Werewolf, Bring Me the Horizon. It sound like this whole shit gonna be heavy metal the rest of the way, but could just pray now.
Uzi covered.
Oh no. Oh no.
Chop Suey by System of a Down,
That ain't it.
linked up with Bring Me the Horizon, and even dropped a track with Baby Metal. For a lot of his fans, that's where the album lost them. It just fell all over the place. I mean, commercially, the album still did well though, debuting at number 1 with 160,000 units in its first week sold. But critically, it split its fan base hard. The highs were high, Rehab of course, but the lows were very low, and most of them came from those weird rock and anime inspired tracks. And that pretty much summed up Uzi from 2020 to 2025. He's not bad, he's not washed, it just seems like he's very unfocused, lost, and doesn't know what to do. So personally, the feeling I got from this album was, Uzi can still make great music, he just got to stick to his roots. Revisited this recently, couple of okay moments, but otherwise a huge letdown. I think he was trying to do too many things at once on this. This album is all over the effing place.
I think what he was trying to do, right? Knowing how people like to nitpick, like DaBaby, for example. They say DaBaby has the same flow on all of his songs. Uzi was probably paying attention to, like, you gonna see when people pay attention to, like, if stuff is getting repetitive and, like, they know they can do something different to stay relevant. Because I ain't gonna lie, there are times you do have to switch it up, no matter what. You gotta keep doing new things. You can't keep recycling the old same thing you was doing at first, because people are going to get tired of it. And then there are some cases in this, when you do switch it up, it's not the best switch up, so then people tell you to go back to what they fell in love with you for. It's like, I don't know. It's a wishy-washy type of situation, so I don't know. I think he was trying a little too hard. And like it kind of messed them up a little bit to like, what actually do I do in this situation? Because no matter what song I put out, people are gonna still talk about it some way. So it's just like, I think he just didn't care. Because whatever that was, I don't know. Werewolf with I don't know.
I'm not even joking, CS Chop Suey is my pick for the worst cover song ever recorded by a mainstream artist. There is nothing redeeming about it whatsoever. It takes the classic original and destroys it in every way. Even the mostly original instrumental sounds like poop. And unfortunately, after this album, Uzi would become even more lost. At first, he would begin the rollout to Barter 16, where he genuinely just cosplayed as a Young Thug, paying homage to Young Thug's Barter 6, which was paying homage to Lil Wayne's Carter 6. Then he would announce his new persona, Leslie, where he would show himself wearing a wig and a nail.
When was this? Man, he's small. But hold on. When? Have I been out of the loop? Was this recent?
Then he would announce his new persona, Leslie, where he would show himself wearing a wig and a nail polish, posing in a weird manner, if that's how you want to describe it. Now, Uzi would get heavy abuse from fans on social media, as they just found it disturbing how a fully grown man is cosplaying. A grown-ass man, Uzi past 2020 is so effing weird. Now look, yes, Uzi has always been this kind of boundary-pushing experimental emo rapper, but this was genuinely just starting to get weird, and it would only continue to get worse. In the April of 2024, Uzi would get on the stage of Coachella in a red leather tube top with red nails and a handbag. I mean, even 50 Cent had something to say about this situation, as he would say, something is in the water. What made bro do that? I mean, fans even
Oh no. Oh no. Uzi, this ain't it, bro. Yo. What? Playboy Cardi. Wait. Oh, because Cardi was tweaking too. They both started tweaking at the same time. I don't think about it. But I think Cardi's was more noticeable because, like, that's when Cardi... That was before I Am Music. So that was Cardi teasing his album for, like, 6 months to a year straight. So I think Lucy was, like, doing this too, but, like, it wasn't as noticeable. Because, like, we didn't know when his next album was coming out. That's probably what it was. Because I do not recall this. Interesting.
Started rumors that Uzi was trying to have a gay off with Carti.
I think Uzi was sitting back watching Cardi wearing that thong, and he said, "What? This?"
It was a thong. I remember. And yo, I ain't gonna say too much, but they're probably gonna show it.
Is trying to out gay me?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
You sees Cardi wear the thong. What? Then he sees his fellow brother. You gotta remember, Philly is the city of brotherly love. No Diddy. And he sees Meek Mill at the freak-offs with Diddy, busting it wide open, screaming to the rock, "Get up!" He's seeing all the shit zesty. And he's like, what? Are they trying to out-gay me? Bro. And walked out there with a Birkin and a crop top.
As this was soon after Carti went absolutely type of attention from it. And then a year later, Uzi would drop another project, Eternal Take 2, a sequel to the biggest album of his career. It should have been a pretty big moment. Eternal Take was so big, Eternal Take 2 had to live up to those standards. 16 brand new tracks, with fans hoping it would be a huge improvement from the very inconsistent Pink Tape. And let's just say, it was much worse than we could have imagined. Especially when on the opening verse of the first track, he said he's on NOS, nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas or galaxy gas. It's an anesthetic that slows down your nervous system and induces a sense of calm and euphoria. It was honestly sad to see. Uzi's music declined significantly, and he was back on substances after coming out of rehab. It's a shame to admit that your once favourite artist has fallen off, especially a shame since I really loved the first EA. The nitrous turned him into a full-on parody of himself, stuffs butt ass. Uzi has officially run out of ideas for music. This stuff just sounds like the most generic stuff he's been making, like all of his music in the last 5 years. I mean, I hate to hate on Uzi so much, but this was atrocious. Personally, all I can say is I liked the second half of the album, where he went back to his roots and did more so of the melodic stuff. And after this, Uzi would completely disappear into the abyss. According to fans, this was his last album as part of his record deal with Roc Nation, meaning he's now fulfilled his deal and is now independent, with him even teasing that he's done a Frank Ocean and scammed his label, and will now drop the real album. But I'm not going to go into that because that was a pretty pathetic move from Uzi and his fans. And to make things even worse, it didn't look like he was taking his career serious anytime soon.
Then drop him, bro. Drop. Come on, bro. Bro, it's been damn near, it's been a year, bro.
All right, when you want me to drop?
You should drop, bro, right now, bro, this month, next month. It don't matter. It don't matter when you want to drop. I say drop before this year. That's what I would tell you. Because if you don't drop before this year, they're going to be like, what the fuck? It's about to be 2026 and you ain't dropped shit.
And you still going to be backflipping in 2026.
Backflipping and barking. You got to keep it up, bro. I'm giving you giving me advice, I'm giving you advice. Just drop. Drop your shit, bro. You got it.
I ain't dropping shit.
So as you can see, the past 5 years have been pretty tough for Uzi. Inconsistent albums, mixed personalities, battles with substances, relationship struggles. It was a dark time for Uzi. But moving into 2025, fans were hoping, hey, he's independent now, he has the freedom to do whatever he wants, maybe Uzi's gonna come back. And after a year of cosplaying as a teenage anime boy, pulling up to bar mitzvahs, and teasing fans with a summer tape, out of nowhere on the 24th of November in 2025, Uzi would make his official comeback by dropping a new track, Chanel Boy. A massive improvement from EA2. It was that fun, catchy, energetic Uzi we all love. But the song wasn't the only thing fans were excited about, because a lot of people had noticed in the description of the song, Uzi had the hashtag welcome to core, and the song was also distributed under core. Well, it seemed like Uzi was finally launching his own label, something fans had been begging him to do for years. Uzi had actually launched his own label XVI around 2022 and signed a couple of artists from Philly such as Desto, but after his passing it seemed that the whole idea was scrapped. Because as influential and popular Uzi is, he never really put anyone on to kind of carry on his legacy. You know how Cartier's Ken and Lone, they're his sons. He passed down the torch and gave these kids the opportunity to take over the world. And look what happened. Opium became a whole movement. Every new artist or fan wanted to rock the Opium aesthetic. Now Uzi over the years has given out a lot of features to artists such as Yee and Sofego, but never actually signed anyone or took them under his wing. But it seems like that's about to change. As of 2026, Uzi has not officially announced anyone to his label, and a lot of you may be asking, who is he even going to sign? Well, over the past couple years, we've actually seen him co-sign a lot of underground artists. Skywater, Molly Santana, Osama.
Hey, would you like your very own Shopify store? We're literally and completely free, by the way. We are live streaming right.
Pretty fun, and he was even pretty early on Yee and Sofego. So Uzi.
Oh, so he.
Seen him co-sign a lot of underground artists. Skywater, Molly Santana, Osama, Pretty Fun, and he was even pretty early on Yee and Sofego. So Uzi is tapped in with a lot of the up and coming guys, he just needs to actually take action. Whether he signs an already established artist or finds nobodies and tries to help them build their careers from the start, like Carti did with Ken and Lone, they were literal nobodies before he signed them. But yeah, I'm not sure what move Uzi is going to do in regards to his label. Now after Chanel Boy, Uzi would go on to drop Relevant, where he would address the claims he's fallen off. How you say I'm irrelevant when I'm the reason these fellas is relevant. This is a direct response to underground artist and former YSL signee 9Vicious, who in a snippet said, these fellas fallen off just like Uzi. But I don't think that line is aimed at just 9.
He gives me a lot of Uzi. I see the comparison. That's what. That's when I thought, like, I thought on that list I would hear his name and I did it. I was confused. Dang, that's crazy.
It's aimed at anyone who really tries to say Uzi's fallen off. Uzi is one of the biggest to come out of the SoundCloud era, and unlike many others, his career is still popping to this day. And not only that, his influence is absurd. Almost every underground artist that pops out is influenced by Uzi, from his more emo style back in like 2018 to his more rage stuff in recent times. Every artist wants to sound like Uzi, and honestly on this song it sounded like Uzi had that fire inside of him to get back to the top again and prove his career hasn't stagnated. Originally, Uzi responded to 9Vicious in an Instagram live a couple months back, where he would also, just like on this song, stand his ground and say he made this new wave. Without him, they wouldn't exist.
And y'all niggas talking about I fell off too. Y'all little ass boys, bro, stop playing with me, bro. For real, cause I gotta pop out. And everybody know Uzi is. Stop fucking playing with me, nigga. Oh, by the way, look at my swag, nigga. I taught y'all little niggas everything. Stop playing with me, bro, and I'll be quiet. I am the blueprint. Literally. They been stealing my swag and I don't say nothing. And I'm still not saying nothing. Let's just make this like this not reality. I am the swag. Everybody stole my swag. Fuck is you talking about?
After
He's not lying. He's not lying. Did I see 9Vicious kid? I ain't gonna count. the mannerisms, like, he remind you of Uzi, bro. Like, it ain't even no glitch. Like, you see it. He did take his swag. He has the right to say that. I ain't gonna lie. The cadence, not swag. I call it cadence. He took his cadence. I don't know about swag, cause I don't know about swag. But he really definitely took. Let's hope we don't go too far. Let's hope we don't go too far.
He would drop Regular. Then on the 22nd of November in 2025, Uzi would drop What You Saying, where he raps over this Jersey.
Boom. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. All he gotta do is drop like these big hits here and there, and he's still gonna be in talks of today's music. And that's why he's so good. Like, he don't really gotta try that hard. He don't. He's only one of the few people that don't gotta try that hard. Drake could go away for like 2 years, come back with a big single, everybody will get back on it. Future do it, Thug do it, Gunna do it, even Eminem sometimes. Like, it don't matter. If you make a big impact and you at least hold your ground for at least a couple of years, people will still have respect for them couple of years that you did put in the work. So I mean, either way, it's like we always gonna have respect for Uzi. No matter he be tripping. I'll be lying if I say he's not tripping. Like, music wise, he's always gonna have respect. That's what it is.
Club style beat with a sample of French singer d.i.f.f.e.r.e.n.'t 2014 track Love Story. This song would debut at the 21st position on the Billboard Hot 100, with it currently gaining just under 2 million streams per day on Spotify. Absolutely insane numbers. It's been years since Uzi had a hit like this, and that's without mentioning the music video, which was a masterpiece. Probably one of his most creative videos yet. Uzi had launched his own fashion brand with a runway show featuring the likes of Adriana Lima and Marc Jacobs. It felt like Uzi was actually back. He wasn't just dropping another album for the sake of dropping music. These new tracks had so much thought and life behind them, you can tell he was really trying. And look at this. Ebro lost his job, then a month later, Uzi got the biggest rap song in the country, I Know He's Sick to His Stomach. Isn't that just hilarious? The dude that was doubting Uzi from the start and saying he wouldn't last, well,
Karma.
almost 10 years later, he's the one that got fired from his radio show, whilst Uzi is back, reaching a new peak. And it seems like this is just the start of Uzi's return. He's done all of this in just a month's time. Imagine what we're going to get over 2026. We're going to see Uzi build his label, drop more songs, and probably a brand new tape. I'm really excited.
Hey,
let me know if you guys are. Personally, for me, what matters the most is that it seems like Uzi is tired of being told he's falling off, or that he should rap like this, or we miss the old Uzi. He doesn't care anymore. He's doing what he wants. In one of the snippets he posted recently, he included this clip of Michael Jackson, where he says, I wanted to sing them one way, and they wanted me to sing it another way.
Some of the songs, the early ones, I remember getting upset with the songwriters because I wanted to sing them one way and they wanted me to sing it another way. And I would call Barry Gordy, who was the chairman, owner of the company. He would say, look, let Michael do what he wants. I'm sure he's right. So that happened.
And I just think that speaks volumes. Uzi is back, but he's doing what he finally wants to do. Because even though What You Saying is a hit song, a lot of Uzi's community is not happy and think the song sucks.
What the f and who the f is asking Uzi, yo, we want these. We want these type of songs. Like over and over, like, I don't see anybody saying that. So it's just like.
But they do though, cause like it works. It's niggas like him that don't pay attention. Like, if the streams are, bruh, the money's coming in. Like, I don't know what his point is pointless right now. He needs to go reevaluate, cause I ain't gonna lie, he's talking a whole bunch of nothing right now.
I get it.
But he's doing what
it's blowing the f up, but oh my god, everything will be going just fine, right? Once he got to that What You Saying shit, if it came on, I can listen to it, but I'm not playing it on my own time. I feel like those tracks don't have much longevity behind it.
And I think it just shows us that fans don't really know what they want. Sorry for using the most cliche example, but think about Whole Lotta Red. Everyone hated it at first and no one wanted it, but look at it now. Same with Yeet. Everyone was complaining that he switched his sound, but look at him now. He's at his peak. Long story short, if you're an artist, don't listen to your fans. It's just good to see Uzi back, because it really did seem like he was fading away, you know? Carti was going crazy, so was Yeet and Youngboy, even Ken Carson. And Uzi was just doing nothing to progress his career. Recently, as of the February of 2026, we've had multiple sources confirm that Uzi is about to drop. Insider Hub on Twitter would say, expect Lil Uzi Vert soon as well, should come as a complete surprise, with him earlier even saying, I commented on this recently, Uzi has an album ready to go and I'm sure it will come as a complete surprise. With Uzi himself posting on his Instagram story, when it's time the whole world will know, so he's definitely dropping very soon. So let me know guys' thoughts in the comments below.
Good video, good video. I ain't gonna lie though, I don't like the whole Uzi hate, bro. I don't like it. That gotta stop.